Today we're going to discuss the importance of introductions in giving a presentation. And we're going to use the analogy of a movie trailer. What does a movie trailer do? It pulls the audience into the movie. It leaves them guessing. And much like a movie trailer, the importance of the introduction of your presentation will draw the audience in. If you can't get them in the introduction, you're likely going to lose them throughout the presentation. So we're going to discuss that a little bit today. I'm going to hand it over to Christina, who is a business major, and she's going to discuss a little bit about the importance of getting the attention of the audience. Christina?
So it's important to get the attention and interest of the audience on various levels. One of our most important points is to make sure that you relate your topic to the audience. Like a movie trailer, it's important to let your audience know if the movie's going to be scary, comical, or action-based. It's also important to ask your audience rhetorical questions. Like at the end of a movie trailer, you always know that there's going to be suspense or a closing for the most part. And also put them in your perspective. I'm going to add to that. Next is going to be Matt F., who is a major in teaching, and he will be introducing us on the importance of the topic.
I'm here too, Stinky, going over stating the importance of the topic. Like a movie trailer, the importance of the topic is really key to when you're doing movie trailers, because it, as Matt already had said, it pulls the audience in. First, when you're doing a speech, you want to state why the topic's important to you. Like movie trailer, you need to find out why the movie trailer shows any significance or importance. Then, like movie trailer in a speech, you want to clearly state points, because during a movie trailer, it kind of pushes points out during the trailer, and then you get the information back from the trailer to determine what the movie is about. And then the last point would be providing striking information. In a movie trailer, they have that main point in the trailer that pushes out to you and draws you in. Whenever you discuss a topic whose importance may not be clear to the audience, you should think about ways to demonstrate the significance in the introduction, as a movie trailer does. Now to talk about startling the audience or arousing curiosity in the audience and questioning the audience is Aruna.
Hey guys, my name is Aruna, and today I'll be presenting on how to arouse the curiosity of the audience. By doing so, you can use techniques like humor. Humor is a very big factor in arousing your audience because it adds a sense of relaxation, and your crowd can feel a little bit more comfortable while you're presenting or while you're talking about your topic. Another great technique is using interesting facts. Now, if you know that your crowd is here because you're doing a presentation on scary movies, why would you talk about comedy? You have to talk about things to relate to your audience. Likewise, if you just have to know your crowd, know why they're here, and know some interesting facts about your audience so that they can relate a little bit more. Another great feature, or another great technique to use in introductions is to question your audience. You also want to ask your audience questions to make sure that they're not just nodding and looking at you as though they are interested in what you're talking about. You really want them to be interested. You can ask them rhetorical questions. You can ask single or multiple questions depending on the topic. So if you're watching a movie about the purge, ask them questions related to the purge. How do you feel about America really being in a purge? How do you feel about the idea of having a purge? So ask them questions related to the topic. Pose a series of questions. Ask them multiple things. Just don't stick to one person. Kind of move it around the room so everybody's interested and nobody's really feeling left out. Next is Matt. He'll be talking about how to tell a story.
So I go back to the analogy of a movie trailer and why that's important in pulling the audience in. And just as important as a movie trailer is, and getting the audience interested, is telling a story. We hear stories all the time. Our life is a story. And what do you do with a story? You want to keep the person interested as you're speaking to them. And how do you do that? You add drama and suspense. So for example, with the recent movie Tarzan, which is out in theaters currently, you would talk about how Tarzan is swinging from the vines, which adds suspense to the film. You talk about Tarzan's relationship with animals in the wildlife and the animal kingdom, which adds drama and suspense. So when I consider what other stories are being told about some previous introductions and presentations, you certainly want to learn from those stories and really create a picture is the purpose of that. You want to follow a pattern. With any story, you don't want to lose your audience. Your audience wants to know that there's a beginning, a middle, and an end, and certainly don't want to ramble on without your audience knowing that there is finally a conclusion to the story. And certainly the most important thing, elaborate on details and facts. You want to give a few details and facts as to why this presentation, as to why a movie trailer is important to your audience. And again, I can't use that analogy enough as to why, much like a movie trailer is to a presentation and the introductions to a presentation, because if you cannot get your audience pulled in as part of your introduction, you're going to have a hard time maintaining their interest throughout your presentation. So that's the importance of introducing your presentation to your audience. Thank you very much.